This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the Dubai police have announced the cause of the fire that broke out on New Year's Eve at the Address Hotel, and they have put it down to a short circuit on a cable connected to a spotlight on the outside of the building. The police have affirmed there was no foul play, and that the spotlight was resting on a ledge between the 14th and 15th floors and between apartments 1401 and 1504, which sparked the blaze. Dubai Police Chief Major General Khamis Mzena was quoted as saying that the results of the investigation come after inspecting the area where the fire started, collecting and testing evidence as well as listening to witness testimonies. He added that no flammable liquids played a part in the fire. Officials added that only one of the 4 spotlights in the area had entirely melted cables, helping to pinpoint the source of the fire. They added that 15 people were injured, while 1 person suffered a heart attack, and almost all residents were able to retrieve their belongings. With nearly 500 million people around the world and more than 30 million people in the MENA region having one form or other of diabetes, top scientists in the field of genetics attended the 6th edition of the Pan-Arab Human Genetics Conference today to discuss the genetics and environmental factors behind the cause of many deadly diseases. Addressing a huge gathering of eminent researchers and scholars in various fields of medicine, the chairman of the board and the director general of the Dubai Health Authority, His Excellency Hamid Al-Qatami, stated that the Arab world has made considerable progress in human genetics research, especially in studying the relationship between genetic and environmental factors, leading to various deadly infectious diseases. During the conference, scientists highlighted that people today are witnessing a new era in medical sciences, with many advances in genetic studies, and they believe that genomic medicine will soon provide the right tools in transforming the diagnostic fields of various disorders and even cancer. Talking about the increasing number of type 2 diabetes in the world and how genetic factors have long been known to play an important role in determining a person's risk of type 2 diabetes, scientists stated that finding out the right gene variant will greatly help in choosing the mode of treatment and therapy for various deadly diseases.
Through the genetic problems, to analyze what the disease-related things in United Arab Emirates, and especially with the support of Sheikh Hamdan Award, to support and analyze what is the problem which we have, especially now the NCDs. Non-communicable diseases, which is important, which is the conference highlighted, diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular. So we should know what's the genetic of the diseases which is available in UAE here.
We've come a long way in the last few years. We now have, for example, about 100 parts of the genome that we know are robustly associated with diabetes risk. The challenge is to work out why they're associated with diabetes risk. What are the processes that are perturbed that lead to some people having a higher risk of diabetes than others. And we're now making progress at that. Pharma, I think, is interested in the results of these tests because they're desperate for identifying new molecules that they could use as a target for developing new drugs. And we have quite a lot of interactions now with pharma to take forward some of these signals and the biology that we've identified within them to see whether they'll be suitable for drug development. So clearly that's a very long process. It'll be quite some time before that turns into new drugs on the market, but the process is well underway now.
During the 3-day medical conference organized by the Center for Arab Genomic Studies, top scientists and researchers from more than 35 countries, including the United States and Australia, will deliver talks with the aim of raising awareness on various diseases and how genetic information can help in fighting them with regards to its nature, symptoms, risk factors, and diagnosis. In addition, more than 450 geneticists and doctors will also present select research papers on various topics, including diabetes, obesity, and cancer.
You have basically 3 parts of the story. You have the genetic component and the environmental, and then there's a 3rd component, and that's the interaction between them. we know very, very little about this interaction, indeed. So, but by characterizing the genetic component better, we understand more about the third component, as I said. But we are at a very early stage. We are quite early, at an early stage regarding the genetic component. As I said, now more people are aware about the risks of diabetes in general. But the genetic component needs a lot more studies. And basically all the figures related to diabetes are slated to increase. So that puts more pressure onto us to be quicker with our research projects in this context.
In a landmark partnership, the Dubai Health Authority and the Dubai Healthcare City have signed a memorandum of understanding to jointly strengthen the healthcare sector of the Emirate. According to local reports, the authorities will enhance healthcare services for local and foreign patients, and in turn supporting and boosting the health and education sectors. The DHCA and DHA will together work to integrate health policies and procedures towards health provision and collaborate on increasing access to services such as medical fitness centers and mandatory health insurance. The partnership will create synergy in licensing standards for healthcare professionals and healthcare operators. The partnership will also advance medical education and develop a qualified healthcare workforce through cooperation and programs for continuing professional development and medical research. Officials were quoted in the report as saying that the strategic partnership aims to improve the performance of the health system as well as the governance. And continuing with healthcare, more than half of the expat population, at 52% in the UAE, believe that stress causes cancer. But in spite of this belief, only a tiny fraction take any stress management measures. The findings are part of a cancer awareness survey by the Medical City from the Philippines, which partnered with Kuwaiti's Sama Medical Services. A major misconception revealed by the survey is that almost every other resident believes that the genes are the biggest risk factor in cancer. However, the American Cancer Society says that only about 5 to 10% of all cancers result directly from gene defect inherited from a parent. According to the survey, 68% also believe that cancer can be prevented. Experts state that the two of the biggest risk factors for cancer are exposure to a toxic environment and poor lifestyle choices. The British Embassy has launched a platinum lounge for visa applications at its center at WiFi, which looks to provide a luxury experience for customers while their application is being processed. According to a local daily, officials from the British Embassy have pointed out that the lounge and another service being launched were inspired by feedback from customers. The Platinum Lounge service costs 2,213 dirhams, and the price includes fast processing of visa applications of 3 to 4 days with home delivery and chauffeur pickup and drop-off anywhere in Dubai. And for those unable to come in person, an on-demand mobile biometric service allows applicants to fill in their forms and biometric enrollment from their homes or offices, and a courier will then deliver the passport upon completion. The cost of this service is 4,500 dirhams per person, with discounts for group bookings. A super priority service provides 24-hour visa completion, and the fees are just under 5,000 dirhams. According to statistics from the embassy, 99% of Emiratis who applied for UK visas were granted them last year, totaling 9,300. For other GCC nationals, the acceptance rate is also high at 97 to 99%. But the electronic visa waiver is increasingly popular, with 54,600 Emiratis using the service, which allows them to visit the UK for less than 6 months without a visa. A standard visa takes 10 to 15 days and costs 442 dirhams. Sharjah-based environment and waste management firm BIA has announced that they will deploy around 200 smart Wi-Fi-enabled recycling bins across the city during the first quarter of 2016. The announcement came during the 4-day World Future and Energy Summit, which began on Monday this week. Designed and built by the U.S. firm Big Belly, several hundred Wi-Fi bins will be launched across the Emirate this year, with the first 200 expected to be located at tourist attractions such as Majaz waterfront, as well as university campuses and government buildings. The move is expected to make Sharjah the first location in the Middle East to have smart bin technology with Wi-Fi hotspot similar to leading cities such as London and New York. According to the group CEO of BIA, the bins will also be equipped with a compactor, which will enable the bins to collect 5 times more rubbish before the need to be emptied. Aside from acting as a Wi-Fi hotspot, the bins will also communicate with BIA's control room through the GPS technology.
We will be working with one of the major telecommunication providers in the UAE to providing that Wi-Fi service, but of course that power is generated through solar, and through the solar it provides the power for the Wi-Fi as well as provides the power to communicate with other bins and to our control center, so we're able to track which bins are empty and which are not. And also there's a compactor in the bins to be able to handle more waste. One is awareness, is to promoting awareness, recycling, segregation. It's all part of our initiative to create that awareness so people to segregate. When people segregate, we get cleaner environment, we get cleaner streets. We recover a lot of this waste, bringing it back into the economy. So this is all similar to our recycling, our reverse vending recycling machines. People are saying, why do you need reverse vending recycling machines? They don't make us money, but it's more about the awareness. We give loyalties, we give prizes to encourage people to recycle.
And finally, this evening, the Ajman Palace Hotel Wedding Fair, organized under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Abdulaziz bin Hamad Al Nuaimi, Chairman of Ajman Tourism Development Department, was inaugurated in Ajman last night. Building up on the success of last year, the 2-day annual bridal exhibition is showcasing over 70 leading brands, vendors, fashion designers, and wedding planners specialized in catering to luxury weddings, who are exhibiting their products and services. The organizers said events such as the Ajman Palace Hotel Wedding Fair are a great platform for creating awareness about Ajman, as well as showcasing true Emirati hospitality. The event offers outstanding facilities for both leisure and business travelers. They also added that the Ajman's tourism sector, backed by the ongoing investment in new tourism attractions and infrastructure, will continue to drive demand from existing and emerging source markets. The event also offers a unique opportunity for wedding vendors to meet brides-to-be and conduct business under one roof. More than 2,000 visitors, members of royal families, and top-notch VIPs are expected to attend the event this year, which will allow participants to showcase their products and services to a large variety of potential clients.
The main highlight, as you can see, first of all, is that beautiful hotel. You know, the Ajman Palace is quite unique, and you look at the ballroom, it's absolutely a fabulous venue for the wedding. But obviously the quality of the exhibits, it's quite amazing to see the setup which has been done by the hotel, by all the exhibitors, and you will see the qualities which are there. It's culture. First of all, you will see a lot of things which are, local, for actually local customers, made by locals, so that's quite unique. You will see, of course, everything which is perfumes and jewelry, everything that basically a lady should expect actually for the most beautiful day of her life, normally. It was a 56 exhibitor last year, 1,200 people. 70 this year, over 2,000 visitors expected, so it grows, and I'm pretty sure that next year we'll do even bigger and bigger and bigger. And every year we try to do a different concept in order to be new, because at the end of the day what is important is, whatever you give today, the customers have the tendency to forget, so you just have to evaluate and just renew yourself, and that's what we'll do next year.